who's on the telephone in Teams?
I went on telephone too, even though I'm also on video. No, I get echo.
I can't understand what you're saying. I just asked what your name is.
Gundaga Abaltina, the Latvian interpreter. And the judge said he would need simultaneous.
I'm simply asking you what your name is. Can you just answer the question?
Gundaga Abaltina, the Latvian interpreter.
Okay, you're not on the phone, you're on video. I'm asking who's on the phone. So who's been on the phone?
I tried to connect also on the phone because no, I disconnected it.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other person in the courtroom. Would you please listen to the instructions? You're on video. Would the person on the telephone identify themselves? Wow. All right, this is the time set for an injunction against harassment hearing. Astra, last name spelling Stanwyck versus Gerardo Jimenez, case number CC2023247454. Interpreter, can I have you announce the case?
Šī lieta CC202324 7454 Astra Stanwyck pret sakarā ar seksuālo uzmākšanos.
Tā nav seksuāla uzmākšanās, un mans pilns uzvārds.
Ma'am, you don't have permission to speak. Folks, you need to listen to what I'm saying.
I was correcting my last name, and she translated improperly.
Ma'am, I don't have all day for this case. We had the same problem last time. You talk when you want to talk, and you don't listen to what I'm saying.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Shh. Just listen. I don't have time for this. Interpreter, can I have you introduce yourself for the record?
Gundaga Abaltina, Latvian interpreter.
You need to be sworn in. Interpreter, do you need to be sworn in?
Yes.
So raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you'll translate from Russian to English and English to Russian to the best of your ability?
I do. Just a correction, Your Honor. It's the Latvian, not the Russian.
Okay, I've been told that by the plaintiff that it's Russian, so that's why I'm confused. So, plaintiff, can I have you introduce yourself for the record?
Vai jūs varat prasītājs ar sevi iepazīstināt tiesas protokolā?
Es esmu doktore Astra Miglāne Stanwyck. Mans pareizs uzvārds ir Miglāne Stanwyck. Astra ir mans pirmais vārds, un esmu doktors oftalmologs.
I'm a doctor, Astra Miglāne Stanwyck. I'm a doctor ophthalmologist.
Jūs nepārtulkojat visu, kā es teicu.
Ma'am, I just asked your name. That's all I want to hear.
Viņš lūdza tikai jūsu vārdu.
So, defense, can I have you state your name for the record?
Gerardo Jimenez.
See how simple it is? So, everybody raise your right hand. You swear from testimony about to give the court be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Jūs varat teikt taisnību un tikai taisnību.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plaintiff, I have 140 pages of exhibits. Are these your correct exhibits?
Prasītāji, man ir 140 lapuses ar pierādījumiem, vai tie ir pareizie?
Kad es sagatavoju...
Yes or no?
Jā.
Yeah. Yes.
And sir, do you have any exhibits?
The 2 letters to give you.
Okay, could you bring those 2 letters to me, and then give the plaintiff a copy of the 2 letters too, and then ma'am, if you give a copy of your exhibits to the defendant.
Man ir 2 vēstules, lūdzu, vai jūs varat iedot tās kopijas, un lūdzu arī prasītāji, vai jūs arī varat iedot savus dokumentus atbildētājiem.
Atbildētāja dokumenti tika iesniegti tiesai 4. piekdien, ja nemaldos 12. janvārī, kopija tika iedota tiesai gan priekš tiesneša, gan priekš atbildētāju.
I submitted documents for the defendant on Friday, January 11th, and I provided copies both also to the court and to the defendant.
Sir, do you have a copy of plaintiff's exhibits?
Kungs, vai jums ir kopijas no prasītājas dokumentiem?
Sir, do you have a copy of plaintiff's exhibits?
Yes. Yes.
Vai jums ir šīs kopijas? Jā.
Talking to me? I'm sorry. I can barely understand what she's saying. Can she move maybe the microphone a little bit loud? I don't know if you can understand.
Well, how about if you answer my question, because I'm speaking in English. Do you have a copy of the plaintiff's exhibits?
Yes.
Atbildiet lūdzu
Okay.
uz manu jautājumu. Es runāju angliski, vai jums ir prasītājas dokumentu kopijas?
You don't even have 140 pages on your desk, so I don't know how you've got a copy of her exhibits, but if you've got copies of her exhibits,
No,
then I
sir.
guess you do.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about mine. No. About hers? No, I don't have
How
it.
about you listen to the question?
I'm sorry.
Listen to my question. Are you listening?
Yes.
Do you have copies of plaintiff's exhibits?
No.
Vai
Ma'am,
jums
she
ir
doesn't have copies.
prasītājas dokumentu kopijas? Nē.
Tiesneša kungs, šīs kopijas tika iesniegtas tiesai. Viena kopija priekš atbildētāja un viena kopija priekš tiesneša izdrukāta
Those
papīra.
copies printed out were provided and submitted to the court. 1 copy for the court and 1 for the defendant.
Then we come up to the bench. Plaintiff, do you have a copy of defendant's exhibits?
Yes.
You're not the
Prasītāja,
plaintiff,
yes.
sir. You're the defendant. You guys don't even know who you are.
Jūs esat prasītāji. Prasītāji, vai jums ir atbildētāji dokumentu kopijas?
No.
No.
So, sir, would you give her a copy of your exhibits?
Kungs, vai jūs
Like I
iedotu
asked
arī
you to?
savu dokumentu kopijas, kā es jums lūdzu?
So the court will just accept plaintiff's exhibits and defendant's exhibits and give them the weight that it deserves. It's not the court's responsibility to read these. You're going to have to present those and talk about them for me to consider them.
Tātad jums būs vajadzīgs par šiem dokumentiem runāt un arī viņus prezentēt.
Vai ir runa par maniem dokumentiem vai par atbildētāju dokumentiem? Jo par maniem es, protams, runāšu.
Are you talking about my documents or the defendant's documents? If you are meaning my documents, then of course I would be talking about them.
Ma'am, I've already answered that question.
Kundze, es jau uz šo jautājumu atbildēju. Thank you.
Paldies.
So we're also going to waive opening because we're already running short on time.
Mēs arī atteiksimies no atklāšanas, jo mums jau ir par maz laika.
Plaintiff, you have 25 minutes to present your case. At the end of 25 minutes, you need to stop. There's a timer up on the screen in front of you that shows you how much time you have left. Then defendant, you'll have 5 minutes to ask her questions, and then you'll have an opportunity to present your case. And then plaintiff, you'll have an opportunity to ask 5 minutes of questions.
Tātad prasītāji, jums būs laiks 25 minūtes prezentēt savu lietu, un jūs redzēsiet uz pulksteņa rādītāju, cik jums vēl ir laiks palicis. Pēc tam atbildētājiem būs 5 minūtes, lai uzdot jautājumus, un pēc tam savukārt tas notiks otrādāk, ka tad atbildētājs prezentēs savus dokumentus, un jūs varēsiet uzdot jautājumus. 5 minūtes.
Paldies.
Thank you.
Vai es drīkstu sākt?
Can I start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Es ievācos savā mājā 422 West Paradise Lane, Phoenixā 2021. gadā. Un kopš paša ievākšanās sākuma man bija problēmas ar kaimiņu, man bija salikts čūskas zem, plasmas čūskas zem sēdekļa uz krēsla. Un tālāk šīs problēmas pastiprinājās. Šī gada...
Sorry, I would have to... Can I interpret simultaneously? Is it set up or it goes consecutive?
3 times to do simultaneous, and you told me you couldn't do it.
Well, I can do it, but I would just...
You specifically told me you didn't know what it was.
Tiesnesa kungs, pirmkārt, ka šīs tiesas sēdes es nepieprasīju tulku, jo man bija atsūtīts atgādinājums. Un es pat esmu strādājis par medicīnas un sociālo dienesta tulku, un šajos variantos es zinu, ka tiesa ir cita līmeņa tulks, un pašreizējā situācijā man rodās iespējas, ka tulks nav pietiekoši kvalificēts, lai piedalītos tiesas sēdē.
Interpreter, we still can't hear you now. Interpreter, we can't hear you.
The plaintiff is saying that she also has worked providing medical and social services and interpretation, and she considers that this current interpreter is not qualified to interpret for this case.
Well, ma'am, that's the only option we have.
Otra iespēja ir man runāt angļu valodā, ja manas angļu valodas zināšanas ir labākas kā tulku zināšanas.
The second option is for me to speak in English because my skills, my knowledge of English is better than the interpreters.
So, ma'am, what are you going to do when we get to the point where something's said that you don't understand?
Kundze, ko jūs darīsiet, ja kaut kas tiks teikts tāds, ko jūs nesaprotat?
Es sapratīšu.
I will understand.
Okay, interpreter, you're excused.
Arī tad tulks tiek atbrīvots. Paldies.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Paldies,
And
tiesneša kungs.
paldies. So I have had problems with this family since I moved on my property on end of March of 2021, but the most escalation started in September of 2021, although I had a tent on my life, January 19th, 2023, when through previous illegal entry in my house, somebody opened inside fireplace key, and in subsequent event on January 19th, trespasser walked up to my house and opened two fire tank valves on outside, releasing almost 24 gallons of propane gas in my house. Luckily for me, I was not asleep. A propane tank holds 80 pounds of gas. I could have been dead. I had 5 police reports at that time. I suspected previous ex-boyfriend, but at this point, I suspect that current neighbor worked in conjunction with ex-boyfriend, and both of them are contracted killers for my ex-husband, John J. Stanwyck, who procured $10 and $15 million life insurance policies on me without my consent nor my knowledge, which came up during my court divorce proceedings, and it is presented in my exhibit, pages P3, P4, and P5. Furthermore, in September of 2023, I had severe escalation with electromagnetic frequencies inside my home. Extremely high levels of electromagnetic field frequencies, 20 milligauss at night. Normal level is under 2.5 milligauss. I had severe radio frequency levels inside my house, and also I had extremely high 997 volts per meter electrical frequency spike in my house during the power outage, November 30th. So I provided in my exhibit some of these measurements. Also in my exhibit, I do provide the fact that on December 20th, I was trying to understand what is causing these kind of frequencies affecting my body, my heart, my ability to breathe, heating up my body and affecting my pets. Initially, I thought that this problem was caused by temporary Cox communications cable installed between properties on September 15th. I had called Cox Communications on November 18th appointment. Cox technician told me that normally there should be no emissions from this cable unless somebody has tampered with the cable. The cable is installed against the code. It's buried under thin layer of landscape rock. On November 18th, I had another appointment with Cox Communications requesting removing Cox Communications cable. They did measurements, emissions from that particular cable and also from east end of my home, and they did not find any emissions. I was very puzzled as I was not able to sleep in my bedroom, and frequencies would escalate in the parts of the house where I would be spending longer time while dropping in the parts of the house where I would not be spending any time doing any kind of activities. And that was confirmed using tri-field meter GQ EMF 390, which I provided description in my plaintiff's exhibit about this particular device, and that it's not only for consumer use, but it's also for professional use. On December 20th, I discovered on my home CCTV devices placed on the fendence Jeep roof in the morning hours after light came out, and I discovered one or two devices, it's hard to tell, but they were very lit up, and two more other devices, antenna-like devices, which again I provided photos of that into my exhibit. I also had the same discovery on December 22nd. After continuing researching issues with elevated frequencies and me being actually assaulted inside my home with extremely high levels of frequencies, I discovered that not only these devices are placed on defendant's car's roofs, but here are also devices have been placed on defendant's lawn, which on the video about devices attacking my CCTV equipment shows that flash is going all the way from the device on the lawn to my house, impacting my equipment and obviously frequencies sent into my home are affecting my health and my pet's well-being. Also, I discovered that besides this type of device, I discovered many smaller electronic devices from CCTV camera footage, which upon doing the research could be flexible patch antenna array systems. And these working in concert not only can be used as radio frequency jammer to attack my CCTV system to delete footage of trespassing or criminal activity in my house. Furthermore, a day before January 16th hearing, I also discovered placed in my backyard more electronic type devices, which I did submit to the court, and I do not know if court accepted this submission. And I would like to ask Your Honor if court received additional complaint about devices placed in my backyard.
No, ma'am. I asked if all 140 pages was your exhibits, and you said yes.
Besides electronic assault in my house, I also dealt with harassment from defendant's children who had been assaulting my pets by throwing heavy dog toys against them, by throwing knives against them, by kicking soccer ball at them. And actually, young boy, his name is Angel, actually did hit my cat. Also, these children are shooting BBs and rocks at my cats, and I also posted video in my exhibit. Sound recordings of young girl on November 1st, happily screaming, "Mom, Mom, I hit the cat." There were no repercussions from that parent in the household. Children continued their shooting activities. Also, from November 29th recording, I had a sound recording on the patio while I was painting a little bench when I noticed rocks flying at me, hitting my table, hitting my windows, and eventually in this window, children are screaming, "Hit the cat" on multiple occasions, and also children are screaming, "Hit her," meaning me. I did call police. These vicious activities continued for several hours. Police did not come out that day, and that escalation, and just like September escalations, coincided with issues with Other suspect, Adam Smith, who is currently in Coconino County on trial for attempted murder of another female. In September, I managed to serve Adam Smith with protective order, and also middle of September, I secured this protective order in court, after which escalation of situation started. And on November 19th, with the children's activities against me, shooting BBs and rocks at me and my pets, that was the same day when Adam Smith was in court appearance in his attempted murder case. Furthermore, not only the defendant has devices in his front yard, not only devices placed on my property, he is also having electronic devices placed in his backyard, which not only acts as a radio frequency jammer, but these devices also produce microwave radiation heating my body up. Oftentimes I get electronic assaults to my heart, and these assaults accelerated and increased day and night, coming up to January 16th court hearing, and has continued since this court hearing. Over the last 3 months, I actually have not had even semi-decent sleep because of these electronic assaults. Besides the problems with electronic assaults on my body and my pets, like I would be feeding my pets a treat, and these pets would be assaulted with severe levels of electrical frequencies. I did a video on that showing electronic attack on my kitten. Her body is spasming. Her upper airways are spasming. She cannot breathe, and I lifted her from the floor. When that happened, put on the bed. I placed Rayfield meter to the kitten, and I'm showing this happening in real time on the video. Besides these electronic assaults endangering my life, and that's why I was asking for emergency protective order on January 16th. This is danger to my life. It's attacking my heart. It's trying to produce electrical frequency-induced asthma. Also, defendant or somebody under defendant orders, as I was preparing to submit documents for January 13th, filing for injunction against harassment and furthermore for all other court procedures. I had intense hacking attacks. I was prevented from collecting police records online. I included in the exhibit a screenshot where it shows mistakes that the police report number entered is more than 15 digits long, although it shows actually police number I entered, and it's not the case. It also shows that I've been thrown out. I have screenshots that I've been thrown out of my own iCloud with my own email address, saying that sharing stopped, or the owner is not giving me more permission to see these files. And unfortunately, everything I was doing was related with the case of defendant. As I was preparing for January 16th hearing, I was trying to prepare plaintiff's exhibit. I had a real-time interference with my work. Hacker was actually reformatting my documents so I could not place comments and photos on the same page. Hacker was copying, pasting things to different areas. Hacker was changing content of my complaint. when I finished, checked my thing, I tried to send it to the court. I carbon copied my email address on this email. I sent it out, and when I checked, turns out that my State Justice Court email was removed. Afterwards, I attempted to resend these filings from my laptop, and I was not able to resend these files from a laptop. Then I went to the file I received myself, and I was resending to the court. After that, I went to work on a separate list with evidence videos, and to my surprise, which added horrendous stress to my life, I discovered that all video links in that filing had been replaced with non-existent video links. Furthermore, as I was sending separate email with actual video links for the court filings, hacker managed to get in and actually replace some of the video links with the different links. I had to send updates to the court. Unfortunately, in my case, I also had interference with my banking accounts. I also had dropped calls as I was trying to increase security on my bank accounts. Jammer use was done on my phone calls, and my phone calls would drop. So in this particular case, with all my electronic devices hacked, with all my accounts hacked, my ability to present my case in the court of law had been attacked. And for me, I would not be able to go anywhere to the library with this level of the hacking and do any corrections on the documents. Meanwhile, I also submitted FBI report about hacking, and while I was submitting FBI report, I also had hackers interference with that. I did make copies if you like to receive, and I also made the FCC report about jammer use on dropping my phone calls, and also to interfere with my CCTV camera system. And besides all these attacks, I also have had lots of multiple illegal entries, and I show in my exhibit also damage just this year done to my furniture. Somebody who is disabling surveillance cameras, CCTV system, is coming into my backyard using box cutter knife and damaging, cutting bigger furniture. I have pictures added in my exhibit of that. And also, one of the first videos I introduced in my plaintiff's exhibit is actual hacker activity in the real time. So that was the video when I noticed previous night as I was investigating also my records on my camera system hacking. Night before, I saw that here is a time skipping due to jamming. And next morning, I was doing a video recording of that, and when I played that particular segment on my CCTV recorder, the skip in time disappeared. Then I took my other cell phone, placed in front of the other cell phone where I had the recording.
So, ma'am, are you watching your time?
Yes, 1 minute 52 seconds, and I had wasted 3 minutes with the interpreter, Your Honor. I understand. So that was hacker activity in real time. So I had footage previous night with time skipping. Next morning, the time skip disappears. I show the video of previous night recording of particular time segment, and when I play once again CCTV recorder, the time skippage reappears on CCTV recorder. That is evidence to the fact that not only my CCTV camera system is hacked, but I'm also being watched in real time in the wardrobe room next to my bedroom by somebody with most likely installed illegal surveillance cameras inside the private part of my house where I could be walking naked and would not want to be seen by somebody. Furthermore, the fact that frequencies increase in the house areas, and especially nowadays inside the Faraday cage, talks about very targeted, specific antenna used to assault my body, especially inside the Faraday cage when the frequencies are high. And all of this is provided in my plaintiff's exhibit, Your Honor. I will give up 5 seconds, Your Honor.
So, sir, you have 5 minutes to ask the plaintiff questions about what she's alleging.
Okay, sir. I just want to say that I have not hacked any of your devices. I don't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to do it. So you need to look somewhere else. Regarding my kids jumping into your yard, yes, I'm very sorry. They did it twice. I talked to them. They did it twice to grab their ball. My kid, Angel, plays soccer. He plays at a league, and he has practice twice a week. I'm not able to take him twice a week, so I bring him only once. So he has to practice. He was probably about 10, 11 years old when he started, and when he jumped the fence, it was probably about 2 years ago. I talked to them because Astra told me when I came over to her house to ask her
What questions do you have for her as to what she's testified to?
Well, everything that she's claiming is a lie, except for...
You have a question for her.
I don't have any questions.
That's fine. That's all I kept asking you.
Okay.
All you folks have to do is listen to what I'm saying. So, ma'am, do you rest?
I am asking actually for... Sorry, I misunderstood you.
Do you rest?
I don't get much rest, Your Honor.
Do you rest your case?
Yes.
Sir, you have 25 minutes to present your case.
I just want to give the story of when we met, when she moved in. One time I saw her in the front yard. I asked her, "You the new neighbor?" She said, "Yes." So we met. We introduced ourselves, me and my wife. She gave me a story right away about the problem she had before with ex-husband trying to kill her. I remember that. After that, everything went very well.
No, that's why.
Can you let me talk?
Ma'am, it's not your time. He didn't interrupt you, and you can't interrupt him.
Yes, Your Honor.
So it was probably about 2 months, 3 months since she had moved. When my kid told me that he had come over and knocked her door to try to get his ball, and she wouldn't give it. So I came over and I knocked the door and I asked, "Can we please get the ball? Or whenever you get a chance, can you just throw it over to the other side?" And she said, "I don't like children." That was the first thing she said. I don't like children. I said, well, why? Well, your kids jumped over to my house. I said, are you serious? She said, yeah, I have video. Can you show it? And she said, no. You don't believe me? I said, well, I don't know. So I asked my kid, and he said, yes, I did. I went and got the ball. I know it's wrong. I'm very sorry. I told her that day I was very sorry, and I was going to have a talk with them and have them not be jumping over there. So everything has gone well since then. I've seen her a couple times where mailman drops mail on my mailbox, so I either go knock on her door and leave it in front of her door, or go to the back, and if I see her, I tell her, hey, Astra, I have letters for you. I have letters that the mail left by mistake. And regarding the ball going over to the other side of her yard, it's not on purpose. They're playing, they're kids, and it's accidental. It accidentally goes. So third time we had a talk, she said she's not going to throw the ball back anymore, that she was going to cut it with a knife the same way my kids were throwing knives at her cats. And I asked my kids, are you guys threatening their cat? And they said, no, we love pets. And I know they wouldn't hurt a cat. Her cat comes over to my yard. I've seen him many times, and he's all right at my house. We don't hurt him. Let's see, what else I have? Regarding the cable over at her property or on my property, it's Cox Cable. Cox came and installed it because they're having an issue with the internet. It's been going for a year that we have a lot of problems with the internet. So they came and run cable from the other side of the block over to our box, and it comes out from her property. It goes through my property because they came and asked permission. And I said, yeah, you can run it to my property. So it runs all the way to the backyard, and all the way to the other street in the back of what behind us. So that's what that cable there is. And that's about it. I don't really have anything else to say. Devices she's claiming that we don't have anything. We don't do that. We're very honest people, and we try to be okay with our neighbors, and that's the way it's always been. I'm very sorry, Astra, for my kids for having jumped over your fence a couple times. I'll try to do my best to have them not to jump anymore in there. That's it. I don't have anything else to say.
So, ma'am, you have 5 minutes for questions of the defendant.
And then how would you explain placement of so much electronic equipment on your vehicles in your driveway park close to my car, affecting my CCTV recorder and causing extremely elevated electromagnetic spectrum frequencies in the west end of the house, and also the 3 device which has horizontal partially rotational base, which gets aimed directly at my seat on my patio, causes my body to heat up, causes ringing in the ears, and it also on CCTV camera shows that it is jamming my CCTV equipment. And how do you explain that from your yard connected to your yard, electronic device show up in my yard?
Ma'am, let him answer a question.
Yes. I got no idea. They're my cars. If I got to park them there, I have nothing on my cars. If it's causing any trouble, I'm sorry, I have nowhere else to park them. That's where they got to be.
I have video evidence of these electronic things on his cars. I have video evidence placed in this case showing that this equipment is interfering with my electronic device. And also, I have a video which shows extremely precise parking event where the device on the hood of the car two times is parked. The way that it shows up on my CCTV monitor in a very particular spot on the right side of the dash to the left of the date number. And that particular video shows that earlier that day car drives up, it kind of misses the spot, pulls back out, drives back in, parks precisely in that spot. About 10 minutes later, that car arrives again, pulls up, does another little push to get in precise location that it shows on my CCTV monitor in a very particular spot. Later, Mayor walks out of that car and does something with electronic devices, goes to the other side of that car. You can see lots of electronic devices on the back seat, walks back out, and with the hand places electronic device on the hood of the car in exactly same precise spot, just like two other occasions just driving the car. And how do you explain that?
I'm sorry, Astro, I don't know what you're talking about. Do not have electronic devices that will hurt you or hurt your system. I don't know what you're talking about.
Once again, I provided evidence from CCTV cameras, also the fact that somebody is trespassing on my property, placing devices on my property to cause bodily injury, and meanwhile my camera's views are getting deleted. In the real time, I would find suspicious moments, especially in respect to 4212 residents. And the next moment, the hacker comes in, and how do you expect that hacker has everything to do with issues with your property?
Do you have a page or anything that shows whoever is placing devices?
Here is whole list of these devices. You had opportunity to have this folder prior. Let's say page P29 shows electronic system on your car. Here are videos attached, okay? Let me go through these pages.
That is my Jeep, and it has nothing. It has nothing that is nothing but
the video evidence shows otherwise.
Maybe you can show me. I don't know. Go to my car and show me what.
Page P39 shows multiple electronic devices on the roof of Jeep, which gets removed, I quote, on 2 days, December 20th and December 22nd. Those being also caught on video recordings glowing throughout the night, being removed from the roof of the Jeep. And here was December 13th. Here was a white vehicle parked in that area. Also had two lit up electronic devices that showed up on that particular car parked close to my property. Also on December 28th, device showed up on the lawn closer to your home. The flashes from that device on the video is going all the way to my house. How do you explain these coincidences?
So you're talking about midnight, that someone at midnight came and placed them or removed them, you're talking about?
I don't think it's a good idea to play not so bright and not so smart is on January 18th. I was waiting for a Ford dealership dealership to pick up my car for oil change, and you entered your Jeep parked in your driveway, went to the back seat, did something, checked your phone tablet, went back to the seat, went back to the phone tablet in the car, checked something, and the next thing I was receiving electronic attacks to my head in my driveway. You exited the Jeep, went to the backyard, and later when I went to retrieve that footage was replaced with a different footage with a female driving away that car. How would you explain that?
Don't know what you're talking about, Astra. We have done nothing. We have no electronic devices. We are not hacking. We are not doing anything. I don't know where you get these ideas from.
I provided video evidence, and I'm going to be looking for opportunity to contact FBI to do the investigation. I will also be filing civil lawsuit. I have all the evidence is provided in this court filing.
Okay.
The fact that you chose not to look at this evidence to avoid answering these questions in the court while placing my life in serious danger and escalating these attacks to the point where I'm not able to sleep at night, even inside a 6-wall closed Faraday cage. When that happens, it means very strong antennas are directed, antenna rays are directed at a particular location inside the Faraday cage. And a assailant knows where is my heart positioned. Is that closer to the ground? Is that higher up? Is my head facing one way or another way? That is a contract killer work. My life is in direct danger.
So, ma'am, you didn't present your videos. Do you want to play them at this time?
I did not have time to play because that's 140.
What's the answer to my question?
Yes, I would like to play some of these videos.
Okay, look at the screen.
So this is, does not say in the name of the video right now. So this particular video shows defendant's Jeep parked in the driveway, and so how do I see a video name?
You don't recognize your own video?
Well, Your Honor, I have many videos from this particular location, but a different footage.
Ma'am, you only submitted 2 videos. I'm playing your video. What do you want to tell me about your video?
So, Your Honor, this is the defendant's Jeep parked in his driveway, very close, and in this particular, the lit up things in the dark are devices, electronic devices placed on the Jeep affecting my house, my health. So, and I'm surprised that here are only 2 videos because I submitted email with many links of videos. So what happened to all the other ones?
So this is... Okay, ma'am, I don't have time to watch all of these videos.
I understand, but I supplied videos also with the children issues, the child hitting the ball.
I've gone over your time. I don't have time to watch all of these videos. Do you want to pick a video to play? He's already said that his kids went in your yard 2 times to get a ball, and he's told them not to do it again. So what's the video going to show?
He liked...
Ma'am, what video do you
I am looking right now for what video to show. Let's see. Do you have a video with attack on my kitten, frequency attack? Well, let's do EMF frequencies, levels, strength of incoming RF signals and frequencies in megahertz coming into my bedroom.
Ma'am, are any of these videos the one you want to show?
Let me put a second set on reading loud and down so I can actually see the thing.
And well, this is why you should number them.
Yes, I tried to number, and as I said, hacker interfered with my work. So,
Which number is it, ma'am?
let's do P87 EMS frequency attack aimed at my head
Is
inside
the
the
video
kitchen.
the one above it or below it?
Say it again, please.
Is the video the one above P87 or the one below P87?
Just below. May I comment? Well, explain.
Yes.
So in this particular video, I had attacks, electronic attacks to my brain, to my head, and it caused sharp pain in my head when I put a cryfield meter at the level of the head on a kitchen shelf. It showed over 17 milligauss electromagnetic field frequency levels. Normal is under 2.5 milligauss. Furthermore, in that video, I also go outside to show that what I suspect where these frequencies are coming from. Part of the problem could be ATV on the trailer that is parked in his driveway, which is coinciding with my bedroom area, and also that particular area electronic devices, directional antennas placed in that area could cause severe levels of frequencies, not only in my bedroom, but also in my kitchen. So in this particular, I show, so basically all the way around, I go back in the kitchen. As time I was done from the kitchen, the frequencies dropped to about 2.5 milligauss. When I return, and after my return, the frequencies go up over 11 milligauss of electromagnetic field frequencies. So you could see 2.4 in the frequency levels. Upon my return, start going up, and it shows 11.6, 11.4, as you see in the video. The cell phone was in airplane mode. Wi-Fi at home was turned off. So that graph below shows a huge spike in EMS frequencies. That is also a graph that displays pulses coming into my home.
Do you have any other questions for the defendant?
I have a question to defendant. Why did you lie about what I told when I first met? Why did you lie that I told that I don't like kids?
You told me you don't like children.
Not true. So why would you lie in a court hearing? I did say that I do not want to enter children alone, and they need to ask or ring the doorbell to receive their toys back. I also told that I do not want them to come in my backyard. I have a pool. If they hurt themselves in my backyard, that is a major liability for me, so children can wait.
I agree with you. Yeah, but
Guarding my animals, why are your children on the videos? I have 2 videos, and particularly here is a video where a young girl in your yard is running to the mother screaming, "Mom, Mom, I hit the cat."
sorry, don't have any knowledge of that.
On November 29th, I have another sound video coming from the backyard where children are screaming, "Hit the cat, hit her." I have rocks flying at my patio, BBs flying.
That's not possible.
I also have video in conversation with young man Angel. When he threatened me with the police, I also addressed issue about knife throwing at my cat. He started screaming, "That's not me, that's Kim." I said, "That came from your backyard." He didn't want to talk about that. I was threatened with the police. And the lie about threatening to cut the soccer ball was in the trash. Police came and police looked through my trash. It was not cut.
Is that questions? There's too many questions. One at a time, please.
Why are your children screaming, hit her, hit cats, and attacking my cats?
Okay, about screaming, well, they're children, they're playing, hitting your cars, your cat, not believable, but they love pets. One other thing, now that you mentioned, please do me a favor and do not record my kids with your phone in the backyard or whatever. They come to your house or anything, not your door, well, you're probably allowed to. But since you have a registered sex offender at your address, please do not record my children.
That is a lie. I do not have registered sex offender at my address.
I'm just asking because they said you recorded them many times.
Sound recordings are of the shootings and screaming, "Mom, Mom, I hit the cat." The video recording is conversation with Angel, which Angel himself was doing, recording me while standing up on the trailer, turning to his recording devices and saying, "Hey, Internet." So he was posting that on the Internet.
Please do me a favor whenever one of this occasion come knock my door and I'll be welcome to talk to you and I'll talk to my kids.
So please explain, why did you have these antennas on your Jeep, on your property, parked next to my house on December 20th and on December 22nd? 4 devices, 3-4 devices on the roof of your Jeep. What is the purpose of them?
Don't know what antennas you are talking about.
It's in the pictures in the plaintiff's exhibit.
Page 29 again? Is that page 29?
Oh, let me get to that page.
I don't know what antennas we're talking about.
Let me get to the page. So that's page P39. It shows Jeep parked in the driveway. The left arrow shows 1 or 2 what looks like wireless.
Looks like?
Communication antennas, directional antennas, which I am showing also in exhibit.
Yeah.
Also, 2 right arrows above shows another additional 2 devices placed on that Jeep. The arrow on the left, these devices glow through the night. Worries, the glowing pattern worries, those are not reflections. They get removed in the morning during the daylight, and I recorded videos, so that goes for a very long time. So these devices had been placed on the roof of the car. What is the purpose of these devices?
Well, if someone's putting something on my vehicle and maybe it's one of those people that is spying on you, you're saying that FBI or Russians were spying on you, you have a comment that it could be that. Could be somebody who's watching on you.
Well, no, December 13th, page P46. December 13th, here is a white vehicle, page P46. White vehicle in your driveway, and you can see 3 lit up devices on that white vehicle with the angle towards my bedroom.
No idea, I'm sorry as to what you're talking about, but
Page P46.
we are...
Page P46.
We are very honest people. We don't mess with honest.
Sir, page P46, please open and look at these devices and answer what are these devices.
What page what, I'm sorry?
P46
P4,
and 47.
46 and 47.
And we have 2 more minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, page 46. I see a white vehicle there.
Yes.
So what's the deal with it?
What are these 2 devices on the roof of the white vehicle with the angle towards my home, the way they are aligned?
Don't know. That's my wife's Tahoe. It's got two screens in the back seats for the kids, and that's about it. I don't know what you're talking about. And then you said page 47?
Yes, that's same. Now, would you please explain page P27, device on your lawn, sending flashes all the way to the house, P27, left upper corner. I have made a 2 lines leading to the ground bubble, which is the device, which was sitting in that area from December 28th through January 3rd. And that device is interfering with my CCTV camera besides sending flash, which could be energy beam. So please explain what is that device.
You're talking about page 47? I don't see any.
27.
27?
P27.
P27. That's my Jeep again.
Now, left upper corner, here are 2 red lines going to the white bubble. That is the white left upper corner, right here. Here is a white bubble. Here are 2 red lines I draw to show the bubble. This is the device that on the video shows the flash going all the way to my home, affecting my camera. What is that device?
Don't know what you're talking about. I don't recognize any of that. I don't know if it's somewhere else far behind my vehicle. It looks like it's on the other side of the street.
No, that is in your front yard.
I think so. Never had anything, any flashes, any lights, none of that flashing.
Now we're going to go to page 64, I'm sorry. Here are devices placed underneath the silver color vehicle in your driveway.
Device placed under my vehicle?
P64, here are multiple devices. They look more white, placed underneath that vehicle, and the energy beams are actually going in direction of my home.
Well, I don't know.
Inside the red arrows, you can see electronic beams.
I see something white, but I don't know what that is. I don't really know.
So now I'm gonna go if I have time, Your Honor, may I show backyard device? I have 3 printouts.
Ma'am, you have 10 more seconds, but you've already rested, so I don't know why you're entering all this.
All right, I will be resting, Your Honor. It's all up to you, Your Honor.
All right, so you have 5 minutes for a closing statement as to why I should rule in your favor.
Okay, well, all I want to say is that...
You're not the plaintiff. I was talking to her.
I'm
you
sorry.
guys need to listen.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Your Honor, first of all, due to all these electronic devices placed on his property, placed on my property to assault me physically with severe levels of electromagnetic spectrum frequencies, that is direct danger to my life. That is direct danger to my health. If that's not going to stop my heart or cause electric frequency-induced asthma attack, which could stop my breathing, or if that's not going to cause serious non-ionizing radiation cause cancers. I also have danger of regular harassment, using children, abusing my pets with the same frequencies, with slinging, shooting rocks, with coming into my home, placing surveillance devices, hacking my devices, damaging my property inside in my house and on my outside property. And this poses a serious danger to my life. And it is serious. I had not slept, hadn't had a semi-decent sleep in about 3 months due to these levels of frequencies. Due to trespassing, I have to be concerned about my safety in my house due to derailing my surveillance system and, not attempts, but hacking of my personal device that pose threat to identity theft and eventually stealing my property, stealing my bank accounts, besides the personal danger to my life, Your Honor.
Anything else, ma'am?
I'm too stressed, Your Honor, to actually say more.
Sir, you have 5 minutes for a closing statement.
Okay, I just want to say I want to be good neighbors like everybody else is, and I want you to, we can be good friends. Anything she needs to say, she can always come and knock my door. I will have a good talk with my kids. I will put a net between the walls so my kids' ball won't go over there or the toys. And other than that, I just want to say I'm very sorry, Astra, for the inconvenience about the ball going over to your backyard. And as I said, it's accident, it's not on purpose.
All right, so cases like this are always difficult where plaintiff makes an allegation and defendant says that, the complete opposite. The court has to determine whether or not a violation of the law has taken place between the defendant and the plaintiff. I think there's some unusual things going on, but there hasn't been a lot of proof that the defendant is the one that's caused all of this. So this case will be taken under advisement until 4 p.m. on this Friday. All parties can call the court at that time to get my ruling. Thank you, everyone. That concludes this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You guys are excused. That's why I said that concludes this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
Have a great day, Your Honor. Rest of the day.
You too.
Your Honor, may I apologize one more time for not spending up on January 16th. I was very tired. I was waiting for all that was said.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I'm sorry for that. for taking your time, and have a great day.
You too.